Hey everybody, Amber and Robyn here. We are stopping in to say hi for this week. We have an awesome episode for you guys coming up that's going to break down our entire half marathon that we did at the end of April. But we are going to take this week off from a full episode.
Yes.
It's been a busy time of year.
Yes. I feel like, we just got back from Moab, so lots of traveling, busy weekend. And then also, for some reason, I decided to pick a half marathon right before finals week.
Yes.
So I just needed like a beat. I'm going to take care of finals, get myself good, get in the right headspace.
Yep, exactly. And we want to make sure to include all the fun details from our race with you guys. So hang tight. We haven't forgot about you.
Life, this is it. And we're, just taking a beat to do this right for everybody.
Yes,
so,
exactly. So hang tight. We'll be back next Wednesday with you guys for a brand new episode that's going to break down our Thelma and Louise marathon. You're not going to want to miss it. But in the meantime, we have a mini episode for you guys to tide you over until next week. So stay tuned for this next little bit, and we'll see you guys with a full episode next week. This is Run in Her Shoes podcast with Amber
and Robyn,
where we talk about balancing life, work, and running.
As busy moms juggling life, we want to provide a community where we encourage taking time for your mental and physical health on your running journey.
Join us weekly as we talk about our favorite races, gear, and goals as amateur runners, 1 mile at a time.
Hello, Amber.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Since I've seen you last.
I know. We're official half marathon runners now.
I know. Part of the 1%.
That's really cool.
Is it 1% or less than 1%? I feel like I've seen it as like 0.1, but then I always hear 1%.
I don't know exactly. I would have to like look it up. And I didn't know that
low.
It's low. I mean, how many people have ran 13 miles?
Yeah.
So
Officially.
Yeah. But we're part of that percentage now.
I know.
Yeah, and look at you. You said you were going to wear that hat, but then you didn't. But this is the first time I'm seeing your new hat.
Because it just came.
I love it.
2 days ago.
Women running wherever they want.
Yes.
It's so cute.
I love this company, Sarah Marie Running Company.
Okay.
They also have a version where it says women running wherever the they want. Which that's the one I really wanted because duh.
Yeah.
So they have a clean version and a not clean version, and the curse version is like always sold out.
Oh, no way. Really?
Yeah.
You know, anytime I go through and edit the podcast, it just cracks me up because, like, I never remember how many times you dropped the F-bomb. And then, like, I think last week it was, like, four times. And I'm like, okay, find my little beep. But it's so funny and it cracks me up every time.
Good.
So if you had the F-bomb version of your hat, it would be very fitting.
I think I might... Because they also have it in like a lavender color.
Cute.
So I think I might maybe just keep, like maybe have both options.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
But whatever.
But is that Medusa on there? So what's up with Medusa?
Okay. So according to Greek mythology, Medusa was a human lady and she was so beautiful. And she was in a temple, Athena's temple.
Okay.
Like praying or worshiping Athena, and Poseidon, who was like, I think, god of the sea or something.
Sounds right.
Yeah. He comes along and he rapes her.
Oh.
And I think it was something where he was always kind of pursuing her and she was like, no.
Okay.
And so just one day, he just takes advantage. And in Athena's temple. And so Athena turns her into Medusa to like protect her.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you see a woman with a Medusa tattoo, yes, they may be into like Greek mythology, and so that's fine. But it's also kind of this symbol for survivors.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I love it. It's a
I
very
know.
powerful,
I
like,
know.
well-spoken hat.
Yes, and I think sometimes Medusa isn't done very well, but I think this is very beautiful.
I love it. Very fitting.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Also, I was talking to my mom the other day because she listened to our Boston Marathon episode.
Okay.
And she was like, have you heard of or what happened at the Boston Marathon like in the 80s?
Oh, okay.
Right, and I was like, well, no, because honestly, the Boston Marathon has only recently become on my radar.
Sure, yeah.
I've always known of it, but it's not like I was like, I've been researching it or whatever.
Well, and I did a little bit of a deep dive, but I didn't nothing stuck out to me that's significant from the 80s.
Okay.
Okay.
So I found this crazy story.
Oh.
So let's get into my surprise story for you.
Okay, I can't wait to hear it.
All right. You ready?
Yeah. When you said you had a surprise for me this week, I've been thinking about it
I
nonstop.
know. I told
what
you
could it
so
be?
early. Have you ever heard of during a marathon pulling a Rosie?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So I didn't want to give it away in the opening. So my mom, like I said, she said, I just listened to your Boston Marathon episode.
Okay.
You have to look up this woman, Rosie.
Okay.
Who ran the Boston Marathon in 1980.
Okay.
So I look it up. She was the winner of the Boston Marathon in 1980 for 8 days.
Only for 8 days? What happened?
So it is believed that she jumped into the marathon in like the last stretch of the race.
What?
Yeah. So she jumped ahead of Jacqueline Guerrero.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I know that's probably wrong. Of Quebec. Her and another woman, Patty Lyons, were kind of like between them, like who was going to win. They were kind of like the favored ones. And so, Jacqueline, she had a record time of 2 hours, 34 minutes, and 28 seconds.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
But Rosie jumped in front of her the last 3 or 4 miles.
Oh my gosh.
And everyone was just like, oh my God, record time.
Look where this person came from, coming up from behind.
Totally. And Patty from Boston, she was second.
Okay.
Third at this, point in time.
Okay.
With 2 hours, 35 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
8 seconds.
What?
So it was insane that the true winner and second place were so close in time.
So close.
But that Rosie jumped in front of them and everyone was just blown away by her time. So it was also found that she in 1979, a year before, had probably cheated in that one too.
What?
It was later reported that people saw her either getting into a taxi or getting into the subway or seeing her in the subway during the time of the race.
So did she start the race she was a registered racer and everything?
So
ducked out, got in a vehicle, and then got back in?
So as far as her qualifying race for Boston, yes. As and this and that. And Rosie's response was like, what are intervals? Like, so just kind of like completely oblivious. She just like didn't understand. And then, yeah, I think just maybe like they couldn't find her in the race or like whatever it was.
Well, and then we talked about like how much money you win running Boston. And so like, was it monetary driven? And that's why she decided to be an imposter?
They have no idea. She died a handful of years ago, but went to her grave never accepting, never admitting that she cheated, never returned a medal or trophy or like whatever she got.
Oh my gosh.
The story that I read in Runner's World about her mentioned that she had like a head/brain injury, so they didn't know if maybe some of this like erratic behavior kind of stemmed from that.
There would have to be something, unless it was just like so, I don't know what, like narcissist about it, that I'm just gonna do whatever it takes to get the title.
So yeah, so
oh my gosh.
They wrote about how she just persisted in claiming that she ran the whole distance, refused to return the winner's medal. And then a few years after the race, she was charged with writing bad checks. And she was sentenced to probation for grand larceny, forgery, cocaine dealing.
Okay, so she was into some stuff.
There's, some stuff. Eventually, she kind of just like disappeared from public eye, and she retired in Florida.
Really?
So, but she was officially disqualified 8 days, like after she won.
I see.
And then they brought Jacqueline, the official winner, back to Boston and kind of redid a ceremony for her.
Well deserved.
Yeah.
She actually ran the distance.
Seriously.
Oh my gosh.
I know. But so now, I don't know if it's used anymore. I'm curious. Anyone listening who's ran marathons, they will say like pulling a Rosie or doing a Rosie if you're going to jump in or cheat.
Oh, okay.
And for like I don't know if it's still there, but at least I know